What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 1000 Mithril Dragons, this of course being on the main account, and the goal for this video is to get as many chewed bones as possible so that I have as many opportunities to get the Dragon Full Helm as possible. The gear for this video is a set of full Torva as well as the Dragon Hunter's Lance, this time with the Ardone Max Cape though. Other than that, it is the same exact setup from the Rune Dragon video. In the inventory, there's one correction there. Only one Divine Super Combat Potion is needed, but pretty much everything else stays the same. I'll be using a Dragon Warhammer for special attack, although it's not necessary, but I just like lowering the Dragon's defense when I can. And if I'm lucky enough, I might actually be able to get a Dragon Full Helm drop from a Mithril Dragon, although it is 1 in 32,000, so wish me luck. But before we get started today, we do have some words from our incredible sponsor, Manscaped. If you haven't heard already, it's Smooth Sack Summer. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're scaped from pubes to bum. That's right, this is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming are making sure we all have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into Smooth Sack Summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with our code Mr. No Sleep. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-function on and off switch can engage a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. Did I mention this trimmer is waterproof too? Beach, lake, or shower, this razor will devour even the strongest of pubes. Manscaped has helped me in so many different ways from top to bottom, and I know you guys will love it too, so the real question is, what are you waiting for? Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Mr. No Sleep at manscaped.com. That is 20% off plus free shipping with the code Mr. No Sleep at manscaped.com. A huge thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today's video, and now let's all prepare for Smooth Sack Summer. Well, it's good to be back with a new video for you guys today. So, in this video, I'm not going to be picking up the Mithril bars from the Myth Dragons. It is a little bit of profit to miss out on, but if I was to be picking up all of the bars, I think I can only do a few kills every inventory, like 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, and I'd rather do double that, sometimes even triple if I get enough food drops. So this way, I'm going to be able to kill much more an hour, and I'll be banking a lot less. I really do wish the bars were noted, even though I'm not doing a Slayer task. You can purchase the ability to, while doing a Mithril Dragon Slayer task, you can have all the bars noted when they get dropped, but since this is all off task, that's just not going to be happening in this one. But Mithril Dragons are known for one thing and one thing only. You probably have seen it in the thumbnail by now, but they are known for that Dragon Full Helm drop, which, you know, like I mentioned before, you can get 1 in 32,700 from the actual Mithril Dragon. I've only seen that a few times, and actually all the screenshots I saw was in the previous 2007 RuneScape, not this one. So yeah, it's really rare to see that drop, mainly because you're not going to often run into people who have killed Mithril Dragons over 32,000 times, as you can imagine. And before the release of Adamant and Rune Dragons, Mithril Dragon was kind of the top dog in his territory. He's stronger than Steel. He's probably even close to stronger than the KBD, although I think KBD is still stronger. But still, he was one of the most powerful dragons in the game, and then came Dragon Slayer 2, and you don't really hear too many people talk about them nowadays. One thing that's a little unique about these Mithril Dragons is that they do occasionally drop ancient pages, which is 1 in 64, and I believe there's either 20 or 30 or so pages that you need to collect for the collection log. And at this current point in time of the recording, I only needed 2 ancient pages left, because in 2019 I did 1,000 Mithril Dragons, and then a few years later I did 10 hours of Mithril Dragons. Along with that, I've done tons of Mithril Dragon Slayer tasks, so I'd like to say my kill count is probably close to maybe 2, 3, 4,000, somewhere along those lines. And so I'm no stranger to these Mithril Dragons, although this was my first time using full Torva here. Usually I think I'd be going with Bandos or Carols, and yeah, I mean, just using full Torva is definitely the best route here. Occasionally you'll get hit pretty high by melee hits, but other than this, you're going to be tanking all of the magic since you're going to be praying magic the whole time, and it's a really laid back dragon to kill. I don't think you need to pay as much attention as you do do if you're killing rune dragons, so it's very AFK. I was able to be on 4 accounts with really no problem at all throughout this whole grind. This did take roughly 20 to 23 hours. That includes the time it took to do the Elite and Master Clue Scrolls. I do have 2 Elite caskets for the end of the video and 2 Master caskets, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we get some luck. Other than the chewed bone drop, which is what I'm really going for here, because that is going to get us, you know, each bone is 1 step closer to that dragon full helm drop. That is a 1 in 42. So if I kill 1,000, then I should get at least over 20 chewed bones, hopefully closer to 30, but only time will tell. It is all dependent on your RNG. And then you get a 1 in 256 opportunity per bone that you do burn in order to receive that dragon full helm. So yeah, that is the main goal for this video. All the other drops are interesting, but they're really not that profitable. You know, you can expect a decent amount of blood runes and soul runes here, as well as occasionally getting dragon javelin heads and runite bars. Even though it's a mithril dragon, you know, it has the ability to give you rune bars instead of myth too. Alongside this, you can get rune arrows, rune bolts, rune javelins, but those really aren't worth that much money. You do have a decent amount of alks here, but I just like picking up all the drops, so I didn't bring high alk, but you can, you know, definitely high alk the rune battle axe drops, as well as the mace, the spear, and the rune full helm drops. And of course, you're going to get the ammunition poison, which would be the rune darts. They're not really worth too much, but again, you know, everything was picked up except the mithril bars. One thing that might extend your trip is if you get unnoted shark drops, which happen to be pretty often, and you also have the option to sip the potion drops, which you'll get, which are 1 in 64, these being prayer mixes and superset mixes. I actually think they look pretty cool, so I like stacking them up in the bank. I didn't use them for extra supplies. I just kind of kept track of my supplies by the simple potions I was bringing every inventory, but yeah, it's something to keep in mind there. You can also get a draconic visage from these mithril dragons, but it is 1 in 10,000, and the current price of that is 2.8 mil, so we don't really care much about that. We just really want to see that dragon full helm if possible. And just a little trivia about the mithril dragon: prior to the release of Dragon Slayer 2, mithril dragons were brighter in color. Their old appearance was then given to the rune dragons to make them appear more like the metal's true colors. If you actually look at a picture of the mithril dragon prior to this update, yeah, it looks a lot like a rune dragon, but now it looks definitely like a mithril dragon, so I guess that's good to know. I'm curious if they're ever going to add frost dragons into this game. I know they were a big money maker on EOC, but I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about frost dragons being an idea, so I guess not. But I love killing dragons, as I mentioned to you guys earlier last month. I would be focusing a decent chunk of this month on some dragons. We're doing 1,000 rune, which I already accomplished. This will be 1,000 mithril, and then we're going to probably do 1,000 adamant dragons or 1,000 king black dragon. I haven't decided yet, but both of them seem exciting for different reasons. And on the side, we're still going to be pumping out those Iron Man videos. I do have a special one for you guys. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be uploaded. It's 3,000 ice giants in the Wilderness Slayer cave, and wow, I never thought I could make so much money from ice giants before, so hopefully you guys will check that out. But other than that, I've been doing good lately. It's just another month. We are you know, still on the grind here. It's been a good 8 months or so of just constant uploads, and I really don't want to slow down anytime soon, so a big thank you to you guys for your continuous support. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. I really don't think people are into killing mithril dragons for the GP. I really see it more of a collection log thing these days, with so many hardcore Iron Man, so many Iron Man, and so many main accounts, and of course Ultimate Iron Man, Group Iron Man. I don't want to leave anyone out here, but the point is, so many people out there are going for collection log slot completions, and you do have to get this mithril full helm. It's kind of in I think it's in the other section of your collection log, so it's not really labeled mithril dragons, although I do think mithril dragons deserve their own spot on collection log. But yeah, I do see a lot of people going for this, and it's just nice to know how much you can expect to make from a simple set of killing 1,000. It'll take you about 20 hours depending on what your gear is. I know a lot of people like to use that staff from TOA. I've seen that a few times here, and it does an immense amount of damage. But if you just want to go with the Dragon Hunter Lance setup, similar to what I was doing, then yeah, it'll take you about 20 hours to kill 1,000. Maybe a little bit more if you do all the elite clues. So the elite clues are certainly a nice bonus here, and you can always make them into masters for other collection log opportunities. But I am really still happy to see the price of the Dragon Full Helm so high even to this current day. I almost never see anyone in game wear it, and I myself used to represent it as my fashion scape for many years. So hopefully we can get that today. That would be incredible. little spoiler, but I already did get it in my last loot from 1,000 Mithril Dragon video, but I want to get another one, so why not? Let's test our luck, because ladies and gentlemen, loot from 1,000 Mithril Dragons has been completed. We are going to go ahead and go use all of the chewed bones that I received, and then we'll do the price check, followed by the clue scrolls. So a chewed bone is 1 in 42, and I did receive 19 in 1,000 kills, so I could have definitely got a few more, and I would have been on par, or maybe a little bit lucky, but we're going to use these 19 and hopefully get something. Our very first inventory was a letdown, and now we have about 6 chewed bones left to go. I did fast forward this part, but of course, if we see that dragon full helm, things will slow down a little bit. And with the sacrifice of our last bone, we did not receive the dragon full helm in this video. So that's now a 10-hour video, Mithril Dragons dry, and another 1,000 KC dry. Although I did get one in the first ever video about 4 years ago. So now let's just go ahead and do the price check, see how much we made without picking up the Mithril bars. Roughly 8.1 mil made, but the supply cost took about 3 mil from the price check, so you're looking at about 5 mil profit. One nice accomplishment though was I was able to complete the My Notes section of the collection log. That really did take a long time to do, so I guess that's definitely one benefit of this video. The elite clues, not the most impressive rewards from them, but I did get another master, so I guess that'll add to that casket. But unfortunately, nothing too crazy from the masters. No collection log slots. So that's about another mil from the clue scrolls, bringing our overall profit up to 6 mil from 1,000 Mithril Dragons. Not the best profit in the world, but if you get that full helmet, it is a whole nother story. So there's the RuneLite loot tracker just to prove that we did what we say we did. And I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. Recently, a lot of you guys have joined to be a channel member, and I just want to say it helps out so much. A special shout out goes to Matthew Stivers, Angelzblood, DeceptionZ, and our newest Hydra member, xXzoticx OSRS. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon with a new one. Until then, Mr. No Sleep out.